You're listening to Zen Sandwich.
In that New York Times article I mentioned at the in the introduction, you state that Stoicism speaks directly to a lifelong preoccupation of yours, right, and of mine, and of, I dare say, most people, and that is the inevitability of our own demise, our own death, and how to prepare for it. So here's my question: how do I prepare for
it? Two ways. You do two things. First of all, you occasionally meditate, reflect, remind yourself that you are mortal and it will happen. In other words, we need to take seriously this thing. A lot of people just take it out of their minds. Right. I don't want to think about death. I don't want to be exposed to death. I don't want to. No. On the contrary, the Stoics would say you need to face not only your own mortality but other people's mortality. So when some of your, let's say your parents or your grandparents end up in the hospital or in the hospice and then they die, you really should be there, and you should be paying attention, and you should remind yourself consciously, this is likely what's going to happen to me. Mm-hmm. Now, this may not be fun, but what it does is it prepares you mentally for when that's going to happen. That's one thing. But that's only once in a while. Only occasionally you do that sort of thing. Most of the other time, you remind yourself that, hey, I am mortal. That means I don't have an infinite amount of time. So how am I spending my time today? What am I doing that I actually enjoy, I actually think it's meaningful, that I actually think makes a difference? And what am I doing, by contrast, that I don't think it's meaningful, it's a waste of time, and therefore I probably shouldn't do it? Right. So there is a lot of research actually in modern psychology about people dying or people at the end of their life, and about what is it they regret and what is it that they actually are satisfied about their life. And I guarantee you, nobody regrets not having spent more time on Facebook.
You got that
right? Or more time in a meeting at the office. Or it's like, damn, imagine yourself on the deathbed and say, I really should.
Can't believe I didn't send that tweet.
Yeah, I right. What do people regret? Mostly relationships, not having been good enough or close enough to their children, to their spouse, to their partner, to their parents, and so on and so forth. As well as not having spent enough of their time during their life doing things that are meaningful to them. Like the two of us are doing right now, right? I mean, we could be doing all sorts of other things, right? And yet we are talking to each other. Why? Well, I don't know about you because I can't read your mind and your motivations, but in my mind, that's because I think people might actually benefit from this conversation, and doing something that benefits other people, and at the same time is interesting to me because I'm genuinely interested, of course, in this, in ancient Greek and Roman philosophy. This is great. This is the way I want to spend my time.